For some years now, the pen and paper game Shadowrun has delighted players with its mixture of magic, future tech, and corporate espionage. The Kickstarter-funded Shadowrun Returns plays like a PC RPG from the late 90s. Taking control of a titular Shadowrunner, you can explore your surroundings, talk to the locals, take on quests, or just follow the clear story objectives. When you get into a fight, the game turns into a less cinematic version of XCOM Enemy Unknown. You can take fire, use ranged or melee weapons, and because this is a world of magic, sling spells at enemies and allies. Your character's abilities and proficiencies are dependent on race and class. There are 4 varieties of metahuman: elf, dwarf, orc, and troll, or just your regular human. Classes include mage, street samurai, shaman, decker, rigger, and physical adept. This range of choice provides plenty of variety in playstyle. For example, a street samurai is your standard mercenary warrior class, proficient in firearms. A decker hacks into computers, while adepts enhance their own physical abilities through magic. Selection and movement are controlled via taps and swipes. There were times when R taps weren't recognized on a hotspot. You could also argue that dragging your finger around the screen to explore the world isn't as intuitive as using a mouse. However, these are minor criticisms that don't really impact the gameplay that drastically. The world is presented in a vivid and intriguing way, mostly through descriptive text and dialogue. It's not that the visuals don't do their job, but a lot of what gives Shadowrun its character is in the speech patterns of its inhabitants. And with no voice acting, those who dislike reading should probably look elsewhere. While initially daunting due to its complex character skill sheets and lack of a decent content tutorial, Shadowrun Returns sticks to a consistent pace that should keep players engaged right up until the end credits. It has all the trappings of a classic PC RPG with very few of the faults. It's not the longest game around, but it should keep you busy for at least 10 to 12 hours. The lack of modding may hurt its longevity, but hopefully the developers will support it with new campaigns in the future. In the meantime, the shadow awaits. This has been James with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.